So Stars, Cars, Guitars, we need a car, and I've bought one.
So here is the Stars, Cars, Guitars P38 Range Rover. It's a 2000. I bought it for £2,500. The guy who owned it was an engineer, and he did the air suspension, sorted out the roof lining, which needed to be replaced, and did lots of work on it. I'm really pleased with it. It runs very well, and I think that Tony and Jim are going to love going on a road trip in this. It's a really nice example. It needs a little bit of paintwork. And there's Buddy, the wonder dog, in the back. I had to buy a parcel shelf, which you can see in the back, which has been put back so Buddy the dog can get in. And I got a map for it already. It's done 143,000 miles. It's got a few little things, like I need to get a new Land Rover cap for the centre of that wheel. The mirrors have seen better days because it's had a few thumps and bumps. It's got a little bit of rust here, which I am going to get done. But over here, it's got a bit of a battle scar. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't mind that because I think that adds character. It's a 4-litre HSE, as you can see. It's loaded with extras, like this is nice, and then it's got the double cup holder there. We like that. But what this car needs now is a clean. So it's on its way to Southampton to see a good friend of mine by the name of Matt Gibbons, and he's a car detailer. We call him Car Matt. So Matt, what are we doing, or what are you doing?
Well, we're going to be cleaning the whole of your plastic and trim today, starting off with the cleaning stage, because you can't treat it unless it's absolutely clean. So we're starting off with the cleaning. Got a bit of APC.
APC? What's APC?
All-purpose cleaner, diluted in one of my dilute bottles, going over with a brush and just agitating and loosening all the dirt that's on here. I know you've taken it to a lovely car wash today, but there are still a few bits I need to loosen up.
Well, I took it to the car wash,
yeah.
So just to get all of the crud off it, so you had a blank canvas.
Exactly, and you've done a good job, thank you for doing that, but I do need to just get a few more bits off. So we'll be doing this, go around the whole car, any of the black bits, then wiping it down, and then we'll be moving on to the treatment stage. So we'll be applying some plastic care emulsion, and that will be soaking into any of the plastic, any of the black bits, giving it that thick black colour.
All right, Matt, heat gun, what are you doing?
Right, so I had a look at this last night actually. I wanted to find out a bit more about it. There's two things that this supposedly does. Any of the excess dirt or things that make it a bit milky, this supposedly burns it off. But the second thing is it draws a lot of the oils from the plastic within the plastic to the surface, restoring that original factory look. So we're going to start with this, go over all the door handles and remove that milky, cloudy kind of colour, bring it back to the factory look, and then we'll move on to the next stage, which is wiping that plastic care emulsion on the top. This is the stuff that you spray it on and lather it across the bumper, any bit of plastic, and it soaks in and restores that rich black colour, which is coming across quite nicely on this one. Thank God we got all that dirt and grime off. I'll probably give this 2 or 3 coats just because of the age of the car, and hoping after this, a bit of protection, it will look really nice.
So I've brought the Range Rover to Austin Morris, freshwater Isle of Wight, to mini heaven. Right, Frank, my old friend, where do we start with this?
Well, I think you've got a little bit of damage on the front end here, Alex. The old bumpers, the bonnet. Bumper's a little bit twisted, but that's all right. The bonnet's got a lot of chipping on it. So you've got stone chips, they end up on darker colours, they show up white, because when lacquer's damaged, it damages white. So you get little scratches and that. Sometimes you can touch them in with a little bit of clear lacquer, if you're lucky, but 9 times out of 10, it's a bonnet repaint.
The whole bonnet?
Yeah, really. Yeah, you could flick along the front, but it will show.
Okay. And is that it? Is that all I need? Work on the bonnet?
That's the worst of it. You've got a few little minor scratches. You've got things like the mirrors. Mirrors are peeling on the tops. This is quite common. Plastic gets hot in the summer, it fades, the lacquer breaks down, so it starts to peel.
Okay.
And they get damaged obviously on the hedges,
Yeah.
the road, walls, whatever.
So it's a bonnet and 2 mirrors.
2 mirrors, that's the worst of it. We've got a couple of little soft dents. That's the sort of thing, if there's no paint damage, your paintless dent repair guys can do without having to get involved in paintwork. Keeps the price down a bit.
Oh, can I show you the tailgate?
Yeah, oh yeah, right.
Now I'm thinking for a 21-year-old Range Rover, that bit of rust there and the bit over the other side, I've got away lightly.
It's not bad, it's pretty good actually. It's common on these. Clips start to rub on the paint, or the trim does, it rubs the paint through and then off it goes. Take that trim off and you can get to this. Spot blast it to get all the rust and corrosion out, because it's usually surface, it's not gone through. Clean it all up, treat it, repaint it, job done, should be fine again.
Stars, cars, guitars.